Steel Division 2 video with myself and Atkpwr.
Woo! Strike team coolness.
We are here to have a chat about the latest DLC, the tribute to Normandy 44. I'm going to be playing with the 716th. Atkpwr's playing with the 1st. And yeah, we're going to talk about the divisions we're playing, talk about all the stuff that we've seen, and basically what we think. So, yeah.
I am so excited. Sorry, I just had to get that out there.
I'm going to be pushing my Kanalwache out. I hope you're ready for those.
I don't think you're going to be so excited.
Well, your recon tab's just as bad as mine.
Why do I even have an anti-tank tab? I just realized this. Like, why do I even have one? I should have just like completely scrapped it for this fight. No.
What do you think about the 1st then?
I like this. I actually think this division really impresses me from a balance point, that they took a division that normally would be totally broken on the concept of having super powerful infantry all vetted up, and really like locked them up so hard that they don't actually feel, I don't even want to say don't actually feel that good, but do not feel overwhelming in any way whatsoever. Now, this is my first time trying them, so I could be totally wrong, but I really don't get a sense that these guys are like unstoppable at the beginning of the game.
Yeah. I think the phase locking in that deck is just so egregious. It's horrible.
It's building it was very different. Let's say challenging. Let's say building it was very challenging.
Yeah, but like I say, it does definitely help with the balance of what would otherwise be like strong units, for sure.
Yeah, I actually think this is a nice. You know, we all know what happened with Men of Steel. We all know that experience has not been a pleasant one for the last few months with those divisions, and it's nice to see that Eugen has potentially recognized a mistake and are trying to prevent that mistake from occurring a second time.
Yeah, there was like massive power creep in that DLC. It was wild.
Yeah, and the problem is, even with the nerfs coming to the Men of Steel divisions, the power creep is still there, right? They've already Eugen has already sort of broken the game a little bit, like in a permanent way. It's kind of broken because of that whole. I would honestly say specifically because of Men of Steel, because the game was in a very nice place balance-wise when you think about it before Men of Steel. And then that comes out and like everything just feels busted from that point forward.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, for a crappy unit to be good, it has to be 15 points or less, right? You know, like all of a sudden now we're kind of boxed into this whole, if infantry don't cost 15 points, they better absolutely wreck everything they see. Otherwise, don't even play them. It's like a weird spot we're in, and not a good weird. It's not a good weird.
Well, let's focus on the positive future.
Oh no, I'm optimistic. Sorry, that's not actually meant to be a hate. Like I actually really am looking forward to this DLC. I really do think it is a much better balanced one than the last one, and I think it has some cool stuff in it. Now, me personally, I wasn't a huge Normandy 44 guy. I know you played a good bit of it, so I know there's a lot of people really excited for this. And I do. I think this is going to be a really fun DLC to play.
Yeah, when I first looked at it, I actually wasn't the beacon of positivity that I usually am.
See, now you're making me be the beacon.
This was the first DLC that I looked at and was not excited about. I was excited about it, the premise of it, like the premise of all of the Normandy 44 divisions coming into the game. But when I actually did the previews, I wasn't excited about it.
So what's going wrong for you in this?
Well, let's start off with the good stuff. Like, I think some of the Axis divisions are really cool. Like the SS division, the first SS is nice. You know, they got that drip. You got like 2nd Panzer with like the cool elite like units.
Oh yeah.
5th Panzer going ham. And then I think 16th Luftwaffe, really like unique and cool division. There's a lot of awesome stuff on like the Axis side. The Allied side, like DBSAS, is also really cool. Like, there's a lot of divisions that are good, but then there's too many divisions that weren't. Like 716th, 91st, 4th Canadian, I think could have been better. I think 7th could have been better, like the Desert Rats. I think there's a lot of divisions where I feel like they could have had a bit more personality, a bit more like flavor to them. Like with the Guards Armored, for example, it's kind of like an armored division, which is going to have to crutch on artillery, and I feel like that's fine, but it's relying on like tube infantry artillery, right? So it's kind of weird in the way that it works. Whereas if it was just like sextons and like mechanized artillery, I think it would have been a much cooler division. And then same with like 7th, I think they kind of held back on doing the battle weary and stuff. So yeah, are you ready to go?
Almost getting out the last seas. Again, the phase locking, like the phase locking is so weird. I don't even know. I keep going to click on certain units. I'm like, oh, those aren't there till B phase. Oh, I don't have MGs till B phase. I'm just like, what? I have no MGs. What do I buy? Like,
I think the phase locking is it's interesting. For Civ Division 2, it's very interesting because it's not something that is too commonplace. It's something that was actually in the game quite a lot originally, I feel, and then they kind of stopped doing it because I don't think people liked it very much.
I feel like phase locking really came in the middle of the game cycle, and there was a lot of it then. Like, I feel like the early divisions didn't. The early divisions didn't really have much phase locking. You called your units in when you wanted to.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Because I think they were just
like it was so long ago now. But yeah, there was like a DLC where they started sort of messing around with it again, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think it was the mid, because I feel like they hit the middle of the game cycle, and it was kind of like, we need something fresh here, we need something new, and they started doing the whole phase cycle thing, and it was like, all right, I see what you're doing here. I don't think it was early game. I don't really think they had it then. Of course, I have this awkward number of points where I want something, but I don't have enough points to get the thing I want. Son of a gun. Why you gotta do this to me, game? Why you gotta do this to me? All right, sure, what the heck. But yeah, I mean, again, I didn't play Normandy 44 much, so I don't have the complaints. I'm good to go. I don't have the complaints of like, oh, this doesn't feel like Normandy 44, or oh, this is, this is not this, that, or the other thing. I will say the Commonwealth divisions feel very underwhelming to me. From like interestingness perspective. Like 4th Canadian just feels like a bad combination of an American division and a standard Commonwealth division. Desert Rats has some interesting concepts to it, but even just like looking at it and building the deck, it doesn't actually feel different. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel that different to me. Guards Armored literally is not different at all. That just feels like a copy and paste of Commonwealth divisions all around. So yeah, the Commonwealth, and I'm not a big Commonwealth guy myself, like just in a general sense, but really this DLC, like, they just don't feel exciting to me at all. And then, yeah, the French division seems cool. I hope it's not busted. Eugen, as Steel Division 2 is a game made in France. You know how it works. But that's cool. The Big Red one, this one seems cool to me. Like, it's different. It's neat. I'm trying to think what other divisions are there. I'm blanking. Help me, Vulcan.
Like, the one thing I would say about Desert Rats is I really wish they kind of went a bit more all in with the idea of the battle weary trait, and they had like more units that were kind of like unique and made use of the trait, and then have like the fresh units, because the idea of the Desert Rats is that historically, they've come over from Africa, they still have all of the experience from Africa, and then they got reinforced with like new troops, basically.
Yeah.
So they've got the battle weary troops, but there's no real like representation of the like fresh troops, particularly like in the infantry, for example, although I think it was mainly tanks that they were replaced. But regardless, they could have very much had like units of tanks that were basically battle weary. I think that would have been like a cool thing to do, and then have like a card of Cromwell's that was not battle weary, for example.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, you
booger.
Sort of do it. Goodbye, DD.
You booger.
Model 1.
Which is just, a reskin of the regular Model 1. We're being honest with ourselves.
Is it? Is that Model 1 already in the game?
Oh, yeah. Not this Martyr 1, but the Martyr 1 is all over the place, yeah. It's not really a new unit.
It looks different.
It looks different, yeah, but in terms of, like, is it a unique unit? No. It's just...
I mean, it's a new unit.
I mean, yes, but it's just it's a Martyr 1. It's just a different armor of a Martyr 1. Like, it's not... Now, I will say, I played a game of Protoss, and I am loving the fallback thing. I love the fact while units are running away, they actually still take damage now.
Yeah, we should definitely touch on like some of the balance changes.
Yeah,
and
so
stuff.
that's definitely the biggest one, without a doubt in my mind, is the fallback nerf. That affects the most units in the game, and the most everything in the game is you no longer, you no longer get the bonus of the fallback anymore. So you get some. I shouldn't say that. It's been reduced. So now it is, what's the number? Oh crap, that's not good. How do you do that? Stop doing that. I don't approve. What is it? It was 75%, and now it's gone down to 50%. But in practice, that actually ends up being twice as much damage you're taking for your units.
Before, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't sound like much, but when you actually do the math, it's actually twice as much damage now that units take while falling back.
Yeah. The fallback changes are crazy. So basically, for anyone who's wondering, they increased or decreased the defensive modifier from 75 or 70% to 70 or to 50%. So you don't take 50% less damage rather than 75% or.
Yeah, and that's huge. I think that's long overdue, and a change I personally am really looking forward to exploring more. It already feels way better in game right now. When you see units like falling back, but they're still actually taking damage, it's really nice to see.
Yeah.
Now, I will say I don't know if the change is enough to truly change the way you play the game. Like let's be real, you still always press fall back the second your troop gets pinned down.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like that hasn't changed in any way whatsoever. So that's one thing. That we haven't gone far enough in that respect, I don't think, to make it. Wow, does that HE gun fire on the move? I did not realize that. The HE rocket gun that my assault dudes use, does that fire on the move?
Oh yeah, and the rocket gun's pretty good.
Yeah, I have not
actually. It's pretty good. It doesn't actually do that much damage.
I mean, it does a good bit of suppression, especially against, of course, disheartened troops. Will you stop it? Getting
How
tired.
about you stop it?
Stop it. You're just annoying me now. Cut it out.
I gotta literally try hard, dude. I have such a bad back.
You're probably gonna beat me. Just because. Because I'm too busy talking and not paying attention to the game.
I think I have that advantage on you.
I mean, I talk a lot during games.
This is what I told you. It was basically going to be like a podcast.
This was I see what you did.
Then I actually can use my skill
very clever
as a commentator to get over your skill as a player of the game.
Yes, now I understand. Too smart for me. What can I say? I'm fine talking while I play, but I'm not as fine talking about something else while I play the game.
Yeah, like talking about a different subject to
yes,
what you actually,
this is not.
Yeah.
I'm used to talking, but not used to talking like this. What am I doing here? I just don't even know what I'm doing. just cut it out.
So, what's your favorite division? From this DLC?
I mean, I haven't gotten to try them all yet, so I'm not 100%. But first Panzer's pretty cool, and everyone knows I like playing.
First look.
First look.
What do you think you'll like the most? Well, let's go with that.
I think I'll end up liking Second Panzer the most. I mean, it's disgusting not to get excited about having infinite veterancy. Like, when you look at that deck built, it looks so sexy. Like, there's so much veterancy on it. Like, it's just like everything has veterancy. Yeah, it's just like,
very good.
Yeah, it just looks so good on the page. So, yeah, I definitely think that division will be fun to play. Do I think that division's actually broken like everyone auto thinks it is? I actually am not 100% convinced of that at this point, I'll be honest. I know people are going to immediately be like, what are you talking about? It's ridiculous. Yes, it's very good. But it's still a Panzer division. And I don't know... It's still a Panzer division. That's what it is at its core. Yes, it has more veterancy, but is that good enough to be good? I'm not 100% sure it is.
Yeah, we were talking about before about how the changes to the better or to the fullback is going to make 20 mils really good, and that's the division that has a lot of 20 mils. Do you think that's going to be like a big problem? Also, these A20s are really strong.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I did realize that, but unfortunately not strong enough, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. I take that back.
They were really strong the first time I did that, but not the second time.
Maybe because they were on the move this time.
That shouldn't change the targeting that much.
Never know.
Oh, I wish my assault buster hadn't started firing. That's really unfortunate. But...
I'm going to be.
Oh God! Of course, the shot
I've been out of
lands
infantry
immediately.
for like quite a while.
Wow, I'm getting my rear.
I didn't appreciate how
kicked.
the cheap infantry would really screw me over. Because
Yes,
like I don't have
assault busters were wrecking. They were busting. Yeah, this phase locking really does suck. Like I just really struggling to have the tools right now. Oh. Did I lose something in a transport? Is that what you're laughing at? Because I just missed it.
No, I know. It's just, well, kind of. I don't know. It wasn't a transport though.
All right, that's nice for once.
I think my favorite division will probably just be like end up being one of the crap ones because I'll have to play it so much.
Because everyone asks you to play it.
Yeah. I really hope that like 716th can win back my heart because it was one of my favorite divisions instead of Division Number 44.
Oh, what is that bull? Get out of here. Ugh, enough. Enough of you.
You liking the fuckwolves, are you?
No, good lord. Cut it out.
This division actually gets quite a lot of fuckwolves early on.
There we go.
Do you mind not abusing your light armor power on me? Thank you.
No, I would like to, because that's about all I got here, because my infantry cannot stand up to yours in A phase at all. Friggin'
my
cut it out.
Infantry can't stand up to
any real infantry?
your
No.
tanks.
Your tanks.
Your medium or light tanks are too much for me. Leave me alone.
My God, do I finally have like a real piece of anything?
I'm not sure like this gets better for me in phase B, even though I have Maverick, which is really sad.
All right, time for some real infantry now. Hoorah! I'm so excited.
Yeah. My Grens are on their way. The 15W Grens.
Ugh. Those are so bad.
Yeah, people are going to be crying at me in the comments to buy AA, and it's just so inefficient for me to buy AA against those.
Yeah, I think these have medium resilience, or is it very good? I forget which one did.
Yeah.
Oh, Stonewallers, what in the heck are you doing?
I think as long as I keep buying troops, I might have a chance.
Yeah, you just have to have like an infinite swarm of these dudes.
Just a swarm, yeah.
I would agree that's probably your best strategy. Just never stop deploying troops. The second you stop, you die.
Yep.
You stop, you die. All right, let's
see. I think so far though, like it hasn't. Well, I mean, I think this has felt almost exactly as I thought it would. Like the difficulty this division seems to have, for the most part, is just its inability to deal with lots of light armor, which is kind of meta right now, I would say.
Well, yeah, the problem is that light armor falls in this weird spot where you can get a 40-point tank that costs as much as an infantry squad, and it can do so much more than an infantry squad in most situations.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, no, I don't care for that. Please stop. I'd prefer you cease.
It was like randomly turning
yeah, I prefer you cease
anyway.
the action in which you are taking right now. Thanks.
Look at those flak trip and go. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The whole no AT on my infantry is unpleasant again. I always forget that about American divisions pretty easily. They just, you don't have.
That moment when I APCR your radio mortar instead of just shooting it in the face like I should have.
Oh, why are you stopping to shoot at the M1? Good lord.
It should have been dead.
A freaking 50 cal.
No.
Go, 40 mil, go. That's what you get. Bad at the game. Turn off APCR, noob. Noob, turn off APCR.
So washed.
But anyway, yeah, I think Second Panzer will obviously be one of the better divisions in this DLC. No question. I don't think anyone's questioning that fact. I think First Panzer's very solid. I do think this Bro division is fun. The way, like, playing it right now, it feels fun. I don't feel bad right now playing this. Like, oh god, I don't have this tool, or this is awful, or so, etc. etc.
Can't say that this division's putting the most pressure on you.
No, 7/16 is not good. I think we can all agree on that. I think you just have to accept that is what it is. So yeah, I actually think 9th Panzer looks pretty good too, on paper at least. Haven't gotten to play with it yet, but it does seem interesting.
Yep.
So I actually think all 3 Panzer divisions seem really playable. The Paris division seems neat. At least has flavor. I will give it that for sure. Do I think it's going to be super good? Probably not. I think it'll be solid. I think it will be playable, but I don't think it'll be crazy good, busted, or anything like that. 7/16, they'll be kind of a meme fun division, I think, overall. Is that all the Axis divisions? Did I get them all?
I wasn't keeping track. But yeah, I think so. The Gross Patty is actually kind of an interesting division. I think for team games, that's going to be a really fun one. Just because of the bomber spam, especially late game. I think that's going to be really cool. That's kind of kept the same sort of flavor from Normandy 44 for sure.
Well, that's cool, yeah. Because again, I don't really know well in terms of that respect because I didn't play it. And truthfully, for me, we were talking about like I'm not a huge flavor guy. I don't actually care that much if the division is quote unquote flavorful. I want the divisions to be playable and fun to play. And it doesn't have to be fun to play because it has weird units or something. I just want it to be able to win a game. Like, and I'm not saying OP. I'm just saying capable of actually winning games. See, like for me, 7/16 is not terribly fun because I just feel like you're making your life a struggle boat by playing it.
The fun.
I again, and for different people, I get it. I'm not saying it can't be a fun division. I just know for me personally, I won't enjoy playing that division.
No,
but there's that, and then I'm very underwhelmed by the Commonwealth divisions. I think they're pretty bad overall. Okay, bad's not.
What's the least favorite?
For me, the Commonwealth divisions seem really
Gotta pick one.
The Guards Armored.
Yeah.
To me, Guards Armored is just so uninteresting. Like, there's nothing creative or new about it at all. Like, it is literally a copy and paste of all Commonwealth divisions, essentially, in my eyes.
Interesting.
Like, it just doesn't do anything interesting. Like, it just is. It's just another Commonwealth division with the same Commonwealth units doing the same Commonwealth thing. Like, it doesn't do anything new at all, even a little bit. It's just boring. Like, it's just a boring division. So yeah, I'm not a huge Commonwealth guy myself in terms of playing the divisions. I don't like the way they play. Now, the Bren buff definitely helps, but I still don't feel like Brens are good. I think people are going to be in for a nasty surprise if they expect to go and like their Bren suddenly slap everything. That's not how it works, folks. I'm sorry. That's not what Brens are now.
They're just not as useless as they were before.
Yeah, they aren't a complete joke, but they're still kind of funny.
They just seem to like get that extra like kill here and there onto infantry units.
Yeah, the
like,
issue.
Just like taking an extra man down in a burst rather than
Yeah, and the
just doing
issue
no damage at all.
issue with the Bren is simply the Bren. I'm trying to formulate the thought while playing at the same time. Again, you are superior to me in this respect. The Bren does not have the suppression to beat any other machine gun in the game. That's the issue.
Yeah.
So
And,
like,
yeah, when it comes down to machine guns, suppression matters more.
yeah, for machine guns, all we care about is suppression. Like they kill things like an MG42 shooting at units in the open kills stuff, certainly. But that's still not why the MG42 is the best LMG in the game. It's the best LMG in the game because, simply, it suppresses things the fastest, which means it wins combat against other LMGs the quickest. That's it. That's all it comes down to. So due to the lack of the Bren being able to pin things, it's perpetually going to be a meh kind of unit. Like, that's just kind of is what it is, unfortunately, for it.
Yeah.
And I think this buff is, I think this is it. Like, if anyone thinks maybe the strike team or Eugen will feel bad and eventually buff the Bren again, I don't think it's happening, guys. I think this is it. I think you're getting your Bren buff. However it ends up being is how it's going to be.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's like as underwhelming as you it almost make out to be, but I think it's significant enough and it's not too much. I think it's kind of nicely balanced.
I do too. I'm really happy because I was worried, of course, when they said, oh, we're buffing the Bren, that it was going to be like every Commonwealth division is now the ultimate weapon in the universe and you have no chance. Because let's be real, otherwise, Commonwealth divisions are pretty good. They have a lot of good tools outside of the Bren. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the biggest problem potentially was that they just added like kangaroo rifles into the game, right? And
yes.
Then, like you say, announcing that they're gonna make them even stronger, like it's kind of sketchy.
Yeah, and so that was definitely my concern about it, but that is definitely not. Did I just lose a unit? I did. Wow, and it killed your unit crashing. That's cool. Nice job, buddy. That's definitely not how they ended up feeling. Like, they still feel meh for the most part. Like, they're better. They're definitely better. Oh, okay. Things are kind of falling apart here for me a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't like it.
760th power, baby.
Yeah. Yes, or let's just say it's Maverick income, because that's what it really is.
yeah, 100%.
Woo! Wow, that did no damage. That is depressing. I would like you to stop doing that. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Oh my. I really wish these units had some sort of AT. Well, that AT will work, I guess. Haha! There we go. That'll work. Oh no. With the fallback, these guys are still going to take an absolute shellacking. Ouch!
It's out of hit. 20 more ammo, so you're lucky.
Yeah, get out of here. Face my wrath. Wow, but the fallback change, you feel it. Like it matters. Like, it's not like a small thing.
Yep.
Like, especially when it comes to autocars and stuff. But yeah, I am really happy with where the Bren buff has ended up. Like, I do feel they're buffed, but I don't feel like, oh my god, now this is a Bren world and we're all living in it sort of thing.
Yep. It very easily could have been that, but they managed to avoid it.
Yeah, so credit to the strike team on that one. I mean, that's obviously them making sure they do things right, and appreciation in the most extreme levels for that success there. The other changes, I will say, and I said this, what in the heck is that? Oh, it's the Reihenwerfer thing?
Mm-hmm.
I've never actually seen it really being used, so that was pretty cool. I will say that was neat. Certainly neat.
I've never seen that being used.
I mean, it killed something, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, it did get a kill, so good for him. Okay, I'm tired of hearing the death sound. You can just stop now, thanks.
I've been hearing that the whole game.
Oh, okay, good. I thought it was just me.
My poor infantry has just been...
Oh, that's true. Your trash infantry just fighting for life here.
Yep. Especially when it keeps ending up getting surrounded for some reason.
Skills.
It's really inconvenient.
It's my pure skills.
Is that the middle of the map finally in my favor? Thank you. I have like a full squad of infantry in the mid. It's just like chilling and not affecting the front line.
That's because the game has decided you are not worthy of affecting the front line.
That is really weird.
Are you sure it's not a
think it might be
recon
a bug.
unit? Are you new to this?
That's a Kasakan.
I'm totally kidding.
That's weird. It's literally not affecting the front line. That's a bug. Got to report that one.
I would definitely report that, yes. Oh, I totally forgot I have snipers. All right, yeah, I wouldn't mind using those. That sounds cool.
So yeah.
Oh my
Anyway,
God!
you're
Ah!
you can help with balancing the game.
I'm excited.
which is cool.
I'm very excited to do that. Yeah.
What about that? Like, yeah, you excited to be in strike team in that? We should probably talk about that a little bit because it's been a long time coming.
Oh, finally have arrived. Yes. No. Yeah. I mean, I hope it's cool. I hope I can do something to positively affect the game. That is, of course, my goal, as it has been for a long time playing this game. I just want to help make the game better. I still, despite its many controversies and complaints, I still think this is the best World War II RTS there is. Hands down, no question. So anything I can do to improve that experience for people, I hope I'm able to do.
See, that's why we get on so well, because we are both exactly in the same boat there.
Yep, I think this game is fantastic. And yeah, it has its moments. I still think it's in one of the best places it's ever been. Yeah, we got to fix some things right now, but I think they're fixable. I don't think anything wrong with the game is unfixable right now. And yeah, it's going to take some work. It's going to, it's not going to be easy. I'm sure Eugen will break something soon enough. But the nice thing is these things can be fixed. And I've already heard rumors that the next update will not be nearly as long as this last one was.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it depends how long it takes this to come out, right?
Well, it feels like it's
have a release date for this, so
it feels like it's pretty close.
Yeah, it does feel like it's close, but just depends.
This Rheinwerfer thing seems pretty good. Every time it happens, I'm very sad, generally speaking.
It's great for pinning units down. It's not super effective at killing things.
It's super effective.
The only reason it killed your M8 was because
it was
really
weakened.
damaged.
Yeah, I know. I recognize that, but still.
I'm just like pretending I'm winning when I'm really not.
Yeah, I think your trades have been quite bad. So yeah, I think eventually here the rubber's going to meet the road, and all of a sudden things won't be going so well for you.
Yeah, it's gonna fall apart any second.
I'm just kind of like taking my time here gradually because I know things have gone relatively well for me. But yeah, I think the DLC will be cool. I think the balance changes will be helpful. I'm really hoping, because I mean, if you look at the Steam charts and stuff, the game was actually doing really well up until we all know when. Good old Men of Steel came out, and the game kind of just takes a nosedive in terms of players. So I'm really hoping that this fixes up a little. I'm really hoping the DLC brings some people back to the game. I'm going to say the idea to you here because then it'll get out there, but I'm at some point would like to suggest to Eugen that they make the base game a free version of it so that people can get into it for free. And then, if people want to buy DLC, people will, because this is a good game. So people will get the DLC. I just think it's on Eugen to get people hooked on it, because this game is addicting AF once you start playing it. And there it is.
Yeah, once you start learning it, yeah.
Yeah, like once you figure it out, like this game is incredible. Like this is a very in-depth, every game is actually different. I find like what I love about Steel Division 2 is every single game I play is completely different. I never feel like rinse repeat. I never feel like I can use the same exact strategy. I always have to play something different. That's one thing I don't like about a lot of strategy games. It's just like Company Heroes. Let's say Company Heroes. There's a build order. There is a build order that is better than the other build orders. There is a unit that is always much better than the other units, and there's a way to play that game to win. And if you don't play it that way, you probably aren't winning. Like that's all there is to it at a high level of competitive play.
I agree.
And so that gets boring. Like to me, that gets really, really boring. While this game, every map, despite their quality, varied and very different quality of maps, every map is different, right? You are forced to play a different strategy on every single map. Every division is different. You're forced to play a different strategy for every division. And yeah, there's the micro skills and that kind of stuff. But yeah, these Kozakin are like not really affecting the front line. Do you see this? On your right flank,
100%.
they literally like left the front line somehow. I've never seen that happen. I'd like to note I'm sitting on 500 points right now. I just thought you should know.
Wow.
I'm not trying to rub it in, but
you have to go easy on me.
I'm sitting on a lot of points.
Go on, rabbit home. I have like
destroy him.
It's just so bad right now.
My M5 gun has been glitched out for literally.
Unit of infantry every which way. It's kind of weird. Like so many infantry squads are like left with like no men left.
Yeah, it's really weird. So yeah, I like that this game is UK. I think at some point Eugen should really strongly consider making a free version of the base game, put 20 odd divisions in them, you know, most of the original divs and stuff, and letting people actually play the game, and then they can go get more stuff, because people will. I know that that's a fact. More people will go buy DLCs because you want more divisions, you want more variety, you want to do all the cool stuff that every division has to offer. I think they'll miss a big opportunity if they let this game just die in the vine, because people only buy this on sale anyway. They spend $10, so you're losing out $10 on people buying the base game. Like, I can't imagine that's killing the bottom line. Like, just make it free, get people into it, and then this game will continue to like grow and be awesome.
Yeah, I think it could definitely be an option like after Dukla, right, for them to do that.
Yeah. You know, let them release what will probably be the, and I know I've said this before, but this time I'm pretty confident. You know, let them release what will probably be the last DLC. You know, let them do that, and then make the base game free so that people can keep getting into it. Like, there's no reason to. There's just no reason to make people pay for the base game. There's so much more to this game than that, and just like, I think they should make Hearts of Iron free, because, like, think of how many DLCs and stuff people would want to buy for that game.
Well, they did just make
3 of the DLCs
free. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
so that
pretty big, actually.
Yeah, so that they can integrate those whatever things they introduced in that
quality of life. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I don't see why Eugen can't do that. I really don't. I don't see any reason
because a lot of like Eugen's quality of life updates were part of the game for free, right? I think honestly in Star Division there's like a ton of free DLC, right? That when you pick up the base game, you actually get a lot of content that's not even part of the base game. And is free DLC.
And it's easy to forget that point too. Like, if you give people the game for free, there's a bunch of other things that already come with it. I truly think this game could do so much better if they allow people to play the game for free and rebuild the multiplayer scene and do it that way. I just think it will. I think it'll be big for it. I really do. But we're not there yet. You know, let's get through the whole Dukla Pass update. There'll be, for people who keep asking, there will be new maps in that DLC. Although they'll be free for everyone, right, Vulcan? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. They're not going to do another Finnish debacle where.
Yeah. Oh my God,
that's
so annoying.
DLC locked. That was really bad.
Yeah. I mean, I would say I understood where they were coming from, but that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
It was a really bad idea.
I just feel like they could have done it like the Paradox way, where like the host can use the map and then.
Yes. Yeah. That
like. Yeah, everybody in the lobby doesn't have to have the DLC to use it. But like if they wanted to make their own lobby and play it, then they'd have to in the DLC. I think that would have been the best way to do it.
Yeah, that probably would have worked just fine.
And Panzerschreck.
Too slow. Feel my skills. Feel my overwhelming micro skills.
It would be about time for me to surrender. So
no, I want to crush.
Nah, it's got 11 minutes left, man.
No, yes. Feel my balance power.
The division.
This is what I play balance for, man. This is it.
What did you feel about the first one?
It feels good. The A phase is rough. I will say that right off the bat. Like, A phase feels like a struggle. I mean, maybe you can V for victory this thing. The assault squads did feel very good. Like, I thought they would feel kind of meh overall, but they actually felt quite strong overall. Like, I was pretty happy with how strong these units felt. The veterancy on your infantry, honestly, did not feel shockingly better. I'm actually going to say that. I did not feel like, wow, all of this veterancy is making my infantry absolutely phenomenal. It actually didn't feel that way, and that's why I keep saying to people, I'm not sure Second Panzer is going to be like the absolute nuts that everyone thinks it's going to be. I think it's going to be really good, but veterancy doesn't make your units like more powerful at a base level. It just makes them better from their starting point. So
Yeah.
I mean, this division feels solid. I think it'll be low A tier, maybe right around there, probably. But I don't. This is definitely no broken Men of Steel S tier crap in any way, shape, or form. How's 7/16 feel?
I mean, like, as soon as like medium armor comes on the field, there is nothing left to do, right? The only way I can deal with your armor is AT guns at that point, and AT guns are too static in order to really like effectively take care of, especially American tanks, which have like the 50 cals, which instantly pin the AT guns anyway. So it is an absolute struggle.
But nobody expected that division to be super good anyway, so it's, you know, it's not like, whoa.
Yeah. I just think it would have been nice if they gave the Mikado B2s in Phase A, because then I could have been like actually dealing with Euromates and your Stuarts for just a little bit of time, you know?
Yeah, that would make sense.
In Normandy 44, like the big thing about 716th and the way they worked was they would have like a line of infantry, a line of B2s, and a line of like infantry guns, and you just basically like steamroller forward slowly but surely. Whereas in this game, like B2s are obviously not anywhere near as good as they were in Division Normally 44, because of the way that the phase locking is not really the case. But basically, without them in this division, it does feel like you're just really getting shafted by light armor all the time. And maybe the way to do it is just like for me to have more Panzerstrikes and spam them around early on or something like that. But it might be a division build thing.
Yeah, I mean,
this is gonna be like any of the other kind of worst tier divisions, like North and Unternehmen and Rosselsprung, where like you're probably gonna play it for the early mid game, and then after that it's just over, right? Every time.
Yeah.
There's only going to be like one way to play this competitively, at least.
Yeah. I'm sure some people will love the crap out of it. Like, but
I think it's going to be fantastic for RT and team games, though.
Yes, I will say though, I don't think it has the like I don't think it has the uniqueness of Unternehmen and stuff. Like Unternehmen has like really interesting infantry squads and things. I don't think 7/16th has that interesting of a lineup of infantry. Like it's disheartened stuff. A lot of it we've seen before.
Yeah, it's like a mashup of it, like Panzergren's like the best-ish thing you can get. I mean, you get some like Italian infantry. You got the and then all of the different disheartened units, Kanalvaka, Marine infantry.
Yeah, and I feel like Unternehmen really actually dominates at CQC. 7/16th does not at all. And they literally can't beat anything at long range. So it's like this like weird, doesn't do much division. Oh, 101st Airborne. That's another division I'm not... I love Branda Brothers. I love the theme of 101st. Even after saying I'm not a big theme guy, that division, yes. But that division, I don't think it fits anywhere in the meta. Like, it doesn't have the long range to play long range. It actually doesn't have good CQC, so it can't win CQC fights. It just feels like it's in a really weird spot.
It's just... First Airborne Task Force without the strong phase BC.
Yeah, so like it just, I feel like that division's probably going to be a kind of a letdown because I just don't think it does anything that any other division does better. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
well, I've got to do this before the end.
What are you doing?
I'm not sure I have time.
You have 50 seconds. Hacha! Oh, really?
Friendly fire my own unit. It's not in range.
But yeah, I mean, again, like I said, I am very excited for this DLC. Do I think it's going to save the game? The answer is yes. Because I don't think the game is that far off from being fun, like really fun again. I just think we need to balance out some of those problems. I think none of these Normandy divisions actually feel like horribly broken. I'm not sure if you have the same feel, but I don't feel like any of them are like, wow, this is so super OP and will ruin the fun of the game.
No, maybe the second, but other than that, no.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Not even the second though, because
No,
like I
but
say, it's like a Panzer division.
it's a
not
Panzer
really
division.
like
That's what it is. You're phase locked out of A, which I don't think is like a huge deal, but I do think matters. I just, yeah, I mean, and the thing is, I think it's very easy to fix second if there's a problem with it. You know what I mean? It's not like its units are actually insane. It's simply everything's overvet, so they'll just increase the slot prices of some things and make it a horrible deck to build, where you barely get any infantry and support tab cost 1 billion points and you get like one piece of AA, you know, and then boom, it's perfectly balanced again. You know what I mean? But yeah, nothing feels like, wow, this is awful. This is like totally broke. You know, we could be wrong. If I have to put my money on a division being absolutely ridiculous that we don't see yet, it's DBSAS without a doubt, because it's the French division.
I mean, the amount of Molotovs in that division is pretty obnoxious.
Exactly. A lot of 15-point infantry. It's very easy for those kind of divisions to be absolutely broke. I do think the Cromwell spam divisions, which one is it? Is it 7th or is it 4th Canadian? It's 7th, right?
7th,
yeah,
God.
That always has potential to be strong because Cromwell spam in the right hands.
Recon.
Yeah, especially like Cromwell spam in the right hands is very solid. Like it's a very viable strategy. So that one definitely has a chance. Second, of course, can be really strong. I think first is very solid, but I don't see it. I don't see how it could possibly be broken. First, Panzer, I mean. I don't see how that division is possibly broken, but it can be very strong. 9th is just a solid Panzer division. Gros Paris, I think it'll be a solid division, but nothing crazy. Obviously 7/16th is not. 91st Luftland, almost definitely not. 16th Luftwaffe, definitely not. You know, I mean, it'll be disgusting in 10v10, 16th Luftwaffe. But yeah, and bro here, it's too phase locked. Like it's too painfully phase locked for this division to be like OP. 4th Armored. That one has a chance. That one has a chance of being pretty cracked. I forgot about them.
Hellcats.
Yeah, Hellcat spam.
Nice.
Although I think the nerfs to the Hellcats definitely really helps, because when I was building that deck, I was like, wow, you actually get a lot less Hellcats and it feels way less broken at 60 points.
Well, the Hellcats, they're not as good in Division Normandy 44 or in Division 2 as they were in Normandy 44 because of the way that there are way more units on the map. And so, like, the Hellcat was a massive force modifier in Division Normandy 44 because it could, like, snipe much more expensive tanks and there wasn't as many threats for it because there was a less number of units in total.
Yeah.
Whereas now I feel like it's a lot easier to get your Hellcats called out by, like, the number of AT guns on the map and, like there's so much more stuff that can kill it. In general, and so they're not as good, and that light armor holds them back.
I don't think 4th Armored is broken. It's definitely, I think, going to be one of the better divisions out of the DLC overall, but I don't see it being OP. I really don't. A lot of people are like, oh, this is just a better version of 3rd, but you're missing a lot of really good tools in 3rd US, like the Jumbo Wumbo and their 76 mil Shermans and stuff. So I'm hesitant to say, wow, that division is going to be absolutely cracked. I really don't think it will be. I think it'll be very good, but definitely not cracked by any stretch. So yeah, again, I'm really appreciative that the divisions are not absolutely bonkers for once. I mean, that's great that Eugen is like, all right, let's just keep these in the realm of what we got right now, and hopefully we can get the Men of Steel divisions back into line a little bit. And I think the game will be sitting in a good spot. And I think
it's not.
Go ahead.
It's not a power creeped division, or a DLC.
No,
this time around, which is nice to see. As I said, some of the divisions, in my opinion, like 5 out of the 14 are kind of like underwhelming, in terms of like overall flavor, and what they could have done with the divisions kind of fell short. But there's a lot of things they can do to kind of retroactively fix that. So, you know, since they made some extra changes, added the extra units to the 716th, like the Werfdiamond and the Rheinwerfer, I think those definitely help out the division quite a bit, actually. And if they can continue making little changes like that, then some of these divisions that currently look quite underwhelming might eventually be up to the same par as divisions we already have in the game, which would be really nice.
Yeah, totally agree. And I think the fallback nerf is going to really change the feel of the game and hopefully reduce the infantry meta domination and make it a little bit more more units can actually be successful, right? Bombing strikes will work, and we saw it in the game we just played. Like, units die even if they're falling back, which is a good change.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited for it. Good game, by the way. That was a fun one.
Yeah, but GG, man.
Killing off hordes of German disheartened units.
Good times.
My semi-automatic power. I mean, it's
Should we
an
leave it there then?
Huh?
Do you want to leave it there then?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Well, that's it from us then. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.